right, for today's class, let's grab the chair. We're not going to sit on it in the beginning of class today, but we are going to use it to potentially assist us for some balance. And we will use it for some exercises as well. So we'll kind of be moving around. But let's first grab a dumbbell and place it in the left hand, something that will challenge your shoulder press overhead here. Okay, and we're going to do a little knee lift as we do our shoulder press. So grab that weight. You can use your chair or a wall or something to hold on to with your right hand if you need the assistance, okay? So put the dumbbell on top of your shoulder. Hips and shoulders are square. Good posture. Tighten those abs. We're going to lift the right knee straight up as you push straight up with your left arm. Let's try it. Nice and slow. Holding it right here for a second. Get that balance component. Lower very slow. Exhale as you push up. Inhale as you come down. Okay, we're going for 15 super slow reps. So we've got a lot going on here. We're trying to work our balance, stability, core, shoulder, and upper back. Tighten the glutes, tighten the abs, press from your shoulder and back. And nice rhythmic breaths. And down. 10 more here. Up, down, 1. And press. There's 2. And up. 3. 4. 5. 6. Eyes straight ahead. Head neutral. And up. Down. 1 more here. And press. And down. Very good. All right, bring that arm down. Let's switch it over to that right arm right away. All right, good posture. Take that dumbbell on top of the right shoulder. Get that right foot ready for balance. Slowly lift your left knee. Use something to hold on to with that left arm if you need to. And down slow. Lift slow. Hold it right there. Down slow. There's 2. Sometimes you fall out of the position because you lose balance. That's okay, but you're just working on not doing that. There's 3. So you're going to try to lift slowly, but also lower slowly. 4. And press. Squeeze those glutes. Tighten the core. 5. And up. Down. 6. Control. There is 7. And up. 8. 9. And breathe. 10. We've got 5 more here. And hold. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 1 more. There is 5. All right, very good. Now let's set this weight down. Move the shoulders and arms around a little bit. Now we're going to use our chair, the seat of our chair, not to sit in, but to use for a tabletop position. So we're going to do a single leg deadlift balance here, okay? Let me show you the move. We'll step our right foot forward, and we're going to load this right foot right heel as much as possible. Hips and shoulders stay square. Our arms are out in front. We're going to hinge. That means your chest comes down, your leg comes up at the same time. You bring both hands onto the chair. You get the shoulders and hips square. Your foot is slightly flexed if possible. You're getting that left leg up parallel to the floor. And then you're going to really drive through this right heel. Use the glutes, the hamstrings, the core to stabilize you. Okay? We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. And this first set, you're holding on for the whole 30 seconds. That'll give you a chance to warm things up and get everything activated. All right, you've got that. Right foot forward, hips and shoulders square. Tighten the core, lengthen your spine here. Arms out in front. Here we go. Hinge down. Your hands are on the chair. Get that left leg up. Now feel that your hips and shoulders are as square as possible. You're going to notice that you have to put a little more weight into that left hand to stay square. And that right foot, of course, because your left leg is up. Now, draw in the abs, push through the right heel, use that glute. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if possible, come out of this position slow and controlled and bring that foot all the way down. All right. Now, we're going to do the same leg again, but this time, when we get down into the position, you're going to try to decrease how much you use your chair. So you can try just lessening the pressure that you put into the chair, or you can try letting go with one arm at a time and fiddling with that. If you can maintain pretty good balance, it's possible you can let go with both arms at the same time and hold it. All right, so let's fiddle with it. Take that left leg back again. Hips and shoulders square, arms out in front. Let's hinge down, get everything set, square up, push through that heel, tighten the core, and now you decide, can you decrease how much you're putting both hands into the chair? Can you maybe just put your fingertips on the chair? Can you let go with your right hand and just keep your left hand down? Can you do the opposite? Keep your right hand down, let go with your left. That's a little more difficult. Can you take a moment and take both hands off your chair and stabilize on that right side? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on up. All right, good job. Moving around a little bit. We're going to try those 2 sets on the left side. Take a couple breaths. All right, let's get that left foot forward now. Right leg behind you. Our first set, we're just keeping the hands on the chair and stabilizing and balancing with the assistance. Okay, arms out in front, push through that left heel, hips, shoulders square, and take it down to your chair. All right, let's set up nice and strong. Try to get that right leg up. Really drive in through that left glute. Hips and shoulders square, stomach tight. Try to take some nice rhythmic breaths here. Balancing. Unfortunately, sometimes each side is completely different. So if one side is weaker, you just got to work a little harder. 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. All right, wiggle out again a little bit, and then we'll try it again. The second set, we're just going to try to decrease how much we use our chair for assistance. All right, let's get that left foot in front again. Push through that heel. Right leg is back. Hips, shoulders square. Lengthen, tighten. Here we go. Take it down. All right, take a few seconds to set up. Get square. Get balanced. And now see if you can possibly decrease how much weight you're putting into the chair with your hands. Maybe go on those fingertips again. Okay. Maybe let go with your right hand. Bring that hand down. Maybe let go with your left. Bring that hand down. Maybe let go with both hands. If that doesn't work, put those hands back on the chair. Push through that left heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on up. All right, good job. Walk around a little bit. Lift those knees. Take a couple breaths. All right. Next, we are going to do a standing lateral lunge with a lateral row. So we will need a long resistance band. I will suggest a medium or heavy band. Okay. Something like this. And then let's straddle those feet and legs. Take your band and let's place it under the bottom of your left foot. And make sure the band is in the center of your foot and the weight of your foot is completely on the band to keep it in place. You don't want it snapping out from underneath your foot. Now take your right hand, reach down a little bit, stand up straight, okay? In this position here, you should already feel that this band is a little tight, okay? We're going to try a couple setup reps here to make sure the band is tight enough to work your muscles. So with that right hand, pull the band so that your hand is by your right shoulder, okay? Right now, that upper arm is just pointed out to the side and parallel to the floor. Now keep the hips and shoulders square, neck neutral, and pull that elbow back. As you pull the elbow back, feel the right shoulder blade move in towards your spine, and then bring the arm down, okay? You should have felt the muscles working even on that first rep. If you didn't, bring your hand down a little more, add some resistance to your band, okay? We're gonna try 4 more just with the arm. So pull it up and back and release. Pull it up, thinking about the muscles in that upper back area right around that shoulder blade. 2 more. Up and pull. And up and pull. Now we're going to do a lateral lunge to your left. Bend your left knee. Sit back as if there's a bench behind you and you want to put your buttock right on that bench. Your right hand comes toward your left foot. Now stand up and do that row here. So as you sit back on that left glute, you're going to push up through that left heel, squeeze the glute to help you up. At the same time, you're lengthening through that right inner thigh. There is 3. Now we're going to try 15 here. Lunge, pull, 4. So here we're using the glutes, inner thighs. Here we're using the upper middle back. 7. The whole time our core should be activated. Tighten up those abs. 8. Inhale. Exhale, pull. 9. 10. 5 more. And down. Pull. 1. And lunge. Pull. 2. 3. 4. 1 more. And 5. Very good. All right. You can come out of that position. Move those knees and legs around again. Maybe grab a sip of water. Okay. Let's try the other side. Separating those feet again, getting into your wide straddle position. Take your band, place it under the bottom of your right foot. Get it in a good position. Okay, we're going to try 1 super slow practice rep here. Grab that band kind of low so that when you stand up straight, it already feels a little tight. Now, pull that left hand up to the left shoulder. Stop right here, okay? Make sure your hips and shoulders are square. And this upper arm is parallel to the floor right now. Now, stay square here and drive that elbow back, okay? Feel the muscles around that left shoulder blade working. Straighten your arm. If you need to make adjustments, go ahead. 4 more, just the arm. Pull it up and back, squeeze that shoulder blade in, and straighten. Exhale as you pull, inhale as you straighten. There's 2, we've got 2 more like this, and 1 more. All right, now we're gonna add that lateral lunge. Bend the right knee, sit that buttock back nice and deep if possible. You might need a few warm-ups. And then stand, pull back, squeeze. So sitting back, pushing through that right heel, using that right glute, and then lengthening through that left inner thigh, and keeping those abs nice and tight the whole time. As you breathe. Inhale down. Exhale up. We've got 10 more. Down and pull. Lunge and pull. Nice control. Lengthen through that inner thigh. Push through the glute. And squeeze those muscles around that left shoulder blade area. 5 more. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Very good. Done with that one. All right, let's set that aside. Circle those shoulders a little bit again, moving those legs around a little bit. All right, we are going back to a standing exercise that is going to, again, challenge the balance and stability a little bit. Let's go back to grabbing that weight we used in the beginning for a shoulder press here. It's going to be a little different, however. You can set yourself up to hold on to something with your left hand if you would like. But we're going to turn that right foot out a little bit and start with the arm up. Square, square, tight. We're going to take this right knee out to the side now. Pull this elbow down and then push it up. So rather than the shoulder press where we bring the hand down and the elbow is close to the body, that's what we did for our first round. We're going to keep that elbow out to the side a bit and then push up. So out to the side as we do our knee lift and press up. And it's going to hit your lat a little bit as well as your shoulder. So let's grab the weight in your right hand first, holding on with your left if you would like. So we're stabilizing on that left foot, rotating that right foot out just a little bit because we don't want our hips to turn to the right. We want the hips and shoulders to stay forward. All right, let's start on top of the shoulder and then push up. As you push up, tighten those obliques. Stay nice and tight in the center of the abs as well. All right, let's try it. Lift the knee. Bring that elbow out to the side a bit. Come up very slow and controlled as you lower that leg, slow and controlled. Holding it here if you can. Pushing it up, controlled. Let's go for 15. And breathe. There is 3. And control. Press 4. You do not have to touch your elbow and leg together. There's 5. If you have the control and mobility to do that, that's fine. There's 6. But balance and control come first. Then deepen your mobility. 7. Hold. Push. 8. And breathe. 9. 10. Let's try for 5 more. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. 5. All right, nice. Bring it down to your shoulder and lower the arm. All right, take a couple breaths there. We'll switch sides. If you do want to stand next to something for a little assistance, set yourself up. Okay, let's take that weight into the left hand on top of the shoulder. Rotate that left foot out a little bit. Hips and shoulders square, stomach tight. Straighten your arm and really tighten the obliques here. Stabilize on that right foot. Here we go. Lift slowly. Hold it if you can. Push up slowly. There's 1. And lift. Balance. 2. And up. 3. 4. Nice control. Take your time. 5. And hold, breathe. 6. And down. Up. 7. There's 8. Be patient with your timing. 9. Sometimes people just want to get the reps over with. That's not our goal. 10. Control, control. 11. And 12. 13. 2 more. 14. And last one. There is 15. Very good. All right. Bring that arm down. Move around a little bit. Grab some more water if you'd like. All right, next, we're going to use our chair for some tricep exercises. We're going to do 2 sets on each side. Each set will just be slightly different. All right, so our first set, we'll take the weight in the left hand. We're going to kneel on our chair with the right knee and place your right arm down. So we're going to be in a standing tabletop-like position. And we're going to take our left arm straight. So the hand will be below the shoulder. Keeping that elbow straight, we're going to bring that arm up so the arm is parallel to the floor. Again, that straightening of the elbow is key because that's what contracts your triceps. Slowly bring the arm back down under your shoulder. We're going to go for 20 reps. Choose your weight. All right. If 20 reps is too much, no problem. You just decrease your reps. All right, so we have our right knee and our right hand on our seat. And we have that left heel driving into the floor. Make sure at least 50% of your body weight is driving through that left leg. You don't want to be leaning to your right side. All right, elbow is straight, hips and shoulders square, back flat, neck is neutral. Okay, let's take that arm straight up. Hold it right there. And bring it down slow and controlled. Take it up, hold it. And bring it down. Exhale up, squeeze those triceps. Inhale down. And hold. There's 4. Up. 5. 6. 7. 8. And breathe. 9. 10 more here. And up. 1, make sure you're loading that left leg. 2, as we start to get tired, it's easy to start leaning into that chair more. 3, 4, I give you these hints because I find myself doing that. There's 5, and hold, squeeze those tries. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. There is 5. Good job. All right, bring that weight down. And wiggle your arms out a few seconds. Stand up tall. Maybe even do a few standing arch backs where you push those hips forward. Stick that chest out and up. And breathe. All right, let's do that exercise on our right hand. So let's grab the dumbbell in the right hand and place your left knee and left hand on the chair, tabletop-like position, hips shoulder square, neck neutral, and push through that right heel. Okay, we want to use that right leg to help us stabilize. All right, we start with the dumbbell directly under the shoulder. Elbow is as straight as possible. Bring that arm up. Hold it right there. Squeeze in those triceps. Lower the arms slowly. Everything is slow and controlled here. Tighten your core a little bit. There's 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale down. 3. Keep the thoughts on your right tricep area. 4. Hold. 5. 6. Control. Down slow. 7. 8. 9. 10 more here. 1, careful not to lean into your chair. 2. 3. 4. And exhale. Inhale. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And last one here. There is 10. Good. All right, set that weight down. Come on up. We do have that second set. Shake the arms and shoulders out. Elbows. Maybe try a couple more of those standing arch backs. Hands on your hips. Hips forward. Open the chest. Roll those shoulders back. Look up toward the ceiling. And then straighten up. Try that 2 more times. Hips forward. Shoulders back. Chest out. Head up. And 1 more. All right, take a breath or 2 here. Now for our second set, slightly different. Rather than having a straight elbow, we're going to bend the elbow, glue it against the side of the body, straighten, bend, straighten, bend. When you bend, you only have to bring that hand under your elbow, not necessarily a bicep curl up to your shoulder. Okay, if you stop here, it's actually going to be more intense on the tricep because you're not releasing the tension all the way. Okay. We're also going to add the option to balance and stabilize more on this left leg by lifting your knee a couple inches off the chair and lengthening that leg behind you. That part's going to be optional. If you want to add it, go for it. If it's a little too much, skip it. All right, so we've got that right knee, right hand on the chair. loading that left heel. Bend your left elbow, glue that upper arm against the side of your chair. Hips and shoulders square, back flat. Let's start with 5 regular reps, keeping that right knee on the chair for now. So straighten, squeeze the triceps right here. Bend slowly, stop when that dumbbell is under your elbow. Straighten, hold, and bend slow. Exhale as you extend that arm. Inhale as you bend. And out. 4. And out. Now, if you'd like, take that right knee just a couple inches off the chair and continue straightening the arm and bending. Make sure that left knee is straight. You only have that knee a couple inches off the chair because you're still trying to maintain a tabletop-like position. There's 3. And breathe. 4. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, straighten that right leg out and continue with your arm. That right leg is trying to get parallel to the floor. Knee is straight, foot is slightly flexed. Hips and shoulders still stay square. If you're trying it and it's too much, bring that knee back down. Out. There's 4. Breathe. 5 more if you can. Press. 1. Really loading that left glute as you work that left tricep. And out. 3. Press. 4. 1 more. And press. There is 5. Very good. All right, bring that knee down. Bring your weight down and come on up. All right, shake things out here. Take a couple breaths. Let's do a little stretch in between. Our feet are about hip width apart. Soften those knees. Tighten your core. Take that left arm straight up here. First, reach over to the right side. Keep the hips square. Chin up. Lengthen through the left side of your body here. And breathe. Now come up out of there. And now take that hand behind your head. If possible, your fingertips are reaching between your shoulder blades or somewhere in that area. Okay, this is going to be a good stretch for your triceps. Use your other hand to assist, pulling the arm back a little bit deeper if possible. Try to keep your neck up though. And then one more time, lean over to that right side and take a couple breaths. All right, let's come out of that position. Bring the arms down, wiggle out a little bit, and let's try all that on the other side. All right, let's take that weight into the right hand, placing the left knee and left hand on your chair, straightening that right knee-ish, straightening-ish that right knee, push through the heel. All right, bend your right elbow, bring the upper arm against the side of your body. Hip, shoulder square, back flat, stomach tight. Extend that arm, squeeze the triceps. Bend the elbow, stop when that dumbbell's under your elbow. Straighten, hold, and bend. So you're trying to keep that upper arm glued to the side of your body so the upper arm does not move. Just using that elbow as a hinge. There's 4. And 5 if you'd like. Lift that left knee just a couple inches, loading that right heel more. And continue with your triceps. There's 1. Extend. 2. Feel that you're still in tabletop position. 3. Adjust if you need to. 4. Now let's try straightening that left leg and continue with your arm. If possible, that left leg is parallel to the floor, foot is slightly flexed, and you're really loading that right glute. There's 3. Shooting for 10 here. 4. Exhale. Inhale. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, and one more. There is 10. Very good. Let's bring that leg down, dumbbell down, stand up straight. All right, let's do those couple stretches on this side. Feet about hip width apart. Soften those knees. Stand up tall. Take that right arm up. Lean over to that left side. Hips stay square, getting a nice stretch through the right side here. And take a couple breaths. All right, let's bring that up. And now bend this arm and bring the hand somewhere around the center of your shoulder blade area. Starting to get that tricep stretch. Use your opposite hand to gently increase the stretch by pulling the elbow back a little bit. And then lean one more time over to that left side. And breathe. All right, let's pull that up and release here and shake things out. All right, very good. Now let's set this weight aside. And if you have your chair out, you can also set that aside. We're going to do a standing hip abduction exercise. So you will need your loop band. I will recommend your extra heavy loop band here. And you will also need one dumbbell that will challenge your core as we press the weight out in front like such. Okay, so generally that can't be too light. Otherwise, it doesn't quite hit the core. But of course, if it's too heavy, then it will challenge those shoulders and neck a little bit too much. All right, so first, let's take the loop band and place it around our thighs just above our knees. Okay, this should be nice and heavy so that when you push your thighs apart, you can feel your glutes work. Okay, so we have those feet about hip width apart, okay? And we need to hinge for this exercise. So that means you need to bend your knees a little bit, but then your hips come back and your chest comes down. But notice the spine. You're not rounding your back here. Spine is straight, chest and chin are up a little bit, okay? And in addition, make sure those knees are pushed out over your heels, so not in like this, out here. All right, so you're in that hinge position. Now put a little bit more weight into your heels. Maybe the toes are just a tiny bit off the floor. Take your weight into the upper chest area, shoulders relaxed. Now we're pressing those knees out a little bit, so there's already some workload in those glutes. Keep the legs stable, but take your arms straight out in front of you. Draw in those abs. You should feel your stomach working right here and pull it in. Even on the first rep, press it out, hold it, draw in those abs and bring it in. Let's try 5 like this. Press out, tighten the core. There's 3. Press, hold. 4. Now, just hold the weight right here. Do 5 press outs with your legs. Push those knees out really, really wide, but heels stay flat. Bring it in just a little bit. Press it out. Now, you're not bouncing up and down. You're not squatting. You're holding that hinge position. Press, squeeze those glutes. 3. And press. 4. Draw in your abs still. Now we're going to combine it. Press the thighs apart as you press your arms forward, hold, and bring it in. Ooh, we haven't done this one in a while. There is 2. Glutes and core here. 3. Exhale. Inhale, 4. We've got 10. Out. 5. Press. 6. Then we're going to try some pulses with the lower body. 7. 8. 9. All right, hold the weight here. Take those legs out, push through the heels, tighten the glutes, slow pulses for 15. Press out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here, stand all the way up. Okay. Kind of rock those hips a little bit side to side. Take a couple breaths. We'll do that one more time. I can actually say I'm warm. Mark that one down. All right, we have one more round. This time we'll do the press forward with the press out for the whole 15 reps. So the weight goes into the upper chest area, shoulders relaxed, bend those knees, hips back, lean forward just a tiny bit, draw your abs in right here before you start, push your heels in, squeeze the glutes. Here we go. Press the thighs out, press the arms forward, hold it. That's the tough part. And bring it in. Exhale, press, hold. Inhale here. And control. There's 3. 4. And press. 5. 6. 7. 8. Glutes, core. 9. Keep your focus. 10. 5 more. Make sure those hips are square. One that sounds obvious, but sometimes we do lean to one side not knowing. 2. 3. 4. All right, hold this in here. 5, take those knees out, push through the heels, lean back a tiny bit, pulse it, slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and up. Good job. All right, wiggle out a little bit. We're going to set this weight down and take the band off of our thighs. We have one more exercise. All right, you can grab your mat if you'd like. We're going to do a high plank, reaching up toward our knee. So you don't need any equipment except your mat if you would like it. So let's grab it. And then I'll take you through this motion. We have 2 sets of 12 reps. All right, so the easiest thing to do is come down onto your knees to start. And we're going to take our hands, straight elbows, onto the mat. Spread those fingers, okay? Your hands are going to try to end up directly under your shoulders, okay? Now plank up on your feet and then separate those feet a little bit here. Now let's find our plank position. Flatten your back, neck is neutral. Tilt those hips, shoulder blade is pushed up. Okay, so you should feel your abs right here. Now we're going to push the hips up to the ceiling, take the right hand off the floor, bring that right hand towards your left knee. Come back, hit your plank, find that perfect pelvic tilt, flat back position. Left hand comes off the floor, reaches toward that right knee, hand comes back down, hit that plank. There's 2. Right hand up, right hand down, hit the plank. 3. Left hand up, down, plank. 4. Switch. 5. Switch. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Lift. 9. Up. 10. 2 more. And lift. 11. And up. There is 12. Drop those knees. And let's sit back into child's pose for a moment. Get those hips as close to your heels as possible. And then lengthen those arms forward. Bring your forehead, chest down. Take a couple breaths. You can hold. You can rock those shoulders side to side a bit if you'd like. Or maybe you want to rotate one shoulder up and then the other. Or certainly try a few of each. But do catch your breath a little bit here. And then we will hit one more set. You do have an alternative to just hold a plank position for the time it takes us to do these 12 reps. So modify if you need to. Don't skip it altogether. All right, let's come on up. Shake those hands and wrists out. Take a breath. One more. Get those hands in position. Okay. Plank it up onto your feet. Separate those feet. Find that nice, solid, strong plank position. Tilting those hips back flat. Shoulder blades up. Hip, shoulders square. Neck neutral. All right, this time, let's lift the left hand first. Hips up. Reach for that right knee. Hit that solid plank. Right hand up. Hit your plank. 2. It's more important to hit your plank than to reach for your knee. There's 3. Don't worry if you can't touch your knee. That's fine. 4. And up. 5. And up. 6. Up. 7. Breathe. 8. And up. 9. Up. 10. Last 2. And up. 11. And up. Hold. 12. All right, come down onto your knees again. Let's hit one more child's pose here. Sit those hips back. Reach those arms out. Lengthen and hold. Rock, rotate, whatever feels good. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. And one more time. Nice deep breath in. And exhale out. All right, awesome job. When you're ready, roll up out of that position. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.